Yeah, my name's Heath.
And I'm Nicole. And yeah, we're Living Metta. And Metta is the Thai expression for loving kindness.
Yeah, so we're interested in how can we organize our life, both in our practice, in our interaction with others, and particularly our relationship with ourselves in ways that really expand our capacity to both give and receive loving kindness.
Yeah, and it's a practice. It is a practice. It's a daily practice. And some of the tools that we use, we're going to be sharing with you, called the 4 pillars.
The 4 pillars of integrity are one of our favorite systems to use to fortify and create a really resilient, thriving practice. And they're developed by our favorite teachers, Gay and Katie Hendricks, who've been at the spear's tip of presenting conscious communication, conscious relationship skills. In the 90s, they wrote Conscious Loving, Conscious Living, and they're both very prolific, both individual and co-authors of many New York Times best-selling books. But they devised this 4 pillars of integrity that looks at emotional literacy, creating impeccable agreements,
Speaking from discovery, and healthy responsibility. So what does that look like on and off the mat? What does that look like? So we get to share some skills, some experiential tools that you can take with you wherever you go.
Yeah, and these are what I'd like to say kitchen and bedroom tested approaches for our relationships, not just at home, not just in healing therapeutic context, but particularly they keep coming back to how do I build an inner architecture for my awareness, for my consciousness, whereby I'm feeling more positive, more alive, more connected, more passionate about what I'm up to and what others are up to.
Yeah, it's this feeling of integrity and wholeness that's contributing to all our relationships.
Yeah, these 4 pillars, I love that you use that expression. Integrity, the short version, the Cliff Notes version of integrity is when your inside experience matches our outside expression. And very often we're not in the moment. We're a little behind ourselves. So we hesitate, we don't speak up, we don't let our voice be heard, and in that way we call it an integrity leak.
Or we can get really ahead of ourselves, get head first, headstrong, driven, and where we start kind of making mistakes or hurting ourselves or feeling this sense of time urgency. So it's how these tools are built around how can we bring ourselves and build our present moment awareness, our presencing skills. So yeah, these are like presence in action.
And they really fortify our ability to connect with our students, connect with our audience, connect with anyone that we have an interest in connecting with.
And playing with. And who want to play with us. So how can we have the most fun? How do we create the most juice in our relationships so that we're all having a good time? We're co-creating together, collaborating in a way that that develops our essence, that helps us kind of shine from the inside out.
Yeah, and a lot of these integrity building skills help us to sink deep dive into our full body yes and no, so our intuition gets up leveled. And how can we also build a relationship, a friendly relationship where we can enjoy all our feelings, not just the so-called positive feelings? How? Because let's face it, if you're alive, we're going to have emotional turbulence. How can we get friendly with all our feelings? How can we shape our feelings rather than our feelings shaping us? So we talk a lot about this in the pillar of emotional and literacy. We talk about mastering appreciations.
So much fun. 5-to-1 appreciations. 5-to-1 appreciations to criticism, and how that impacts our relationships, and negatively and positively. How does that impact our relationships so that we can bring the best out in each other and lead from a place of appreciation? I think that's a big part of what we are living loving kindness is how can we lead all our connections, all our relationships with loving kindness, with appreciations, with discovery and creativity.
Yeah.